Hello and welcome to another episode of Good Brews, Bad Views. I'm your host, Max Nestorowicz, and as always, joined by James Thorpe.
Hi.
And Ryan Everett.
Hello.
And we are wrapping up our three-part series of GBBV intro bad movies that we can remember fondly, or not fondly, from our childhoods. So we are closing this out with my movie, Double Dragon, from 1994, based off of the beat-em-up video game series on the Nintendo. And I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
I had not watched this movie in like 20 years for good reason.
Yeah, I remember seeing trailers for this when I was little and thinking, like, man, I want to watch that movie. And I never did. And, I saved myself from that horror, the PTSD that this surely would induce.
Little did you know that you would not be able to escape it forever.
Right. It would come full circle, certainly.
Yeah, this is a bad movie.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Oh, yes, it is horrendous. So this movie...
Not as bad as Ravenous, though.
Shut up. That movie's great.
The constant dissenter.
Yep. Someone actually suggested another Wendigo-themed movie for us to watch.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Is it Wendigo?
No, it is not Wendigo.
No. It sounds better than Wendigo, actually.
It does sound pretty interesting, though, so we'll look into doing that in the future. But this movie is freely available on YouTube to watch.
That's how we're watching it today.
So that should be
an indication of the
yeah,
quality.
Indication of the quality. Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah, a quick aside on that. YouTube, at least for the moment, as of this recording, has both a standard def and a high def version. Just look for the high def one because you don't want to miss the detail in the movie for sure.
Or the terrible aspect ratio of the non-high def.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real bad. You're missing like 30% of the screen. Oh, I guess you're being saved from it, but whatever.
Yeah. Your choice.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're watching the high def one, as Ryan said. We're about 7 seconds in. Imperial Entertainment just appeared on the screen. None of us have heard of that production company before.
And neither have any of you, let's face it.
Yeah.
If you have, then let us know what else they've done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to look them up.
Yeah. What not to look for.
Yeah. All right. So if you're watching along, hit play now.
Huzzah! Underway, dudes.
Yeah. This is a very long fade out.
Yeah, I could have used the theme song from the animated show, I think.
Yeah.
Right there. To
Could have Moonstone also. Huh.
Another, I've literally never heard of this place.
No. Yeah.
Of this entity.
That's
It's a terrible logo, too. It's like they didn't finish it.
So this opening really throws you off.
Yeah. Well, here we start off with like
the Batman opening.
A shitty gold shitty gold Tim Burton Batman.
But when they come in and they're talking about thousands of years ago and all this other stuff, and then they cut to, given what we know would presumably be ancient China, except it's apparently China in like 2007.
Yeah, right.
So, that threw me for a loop at first when it comes up.
Yeah.
So the dragons
Spoilers,
are kissing
James.
in this medallion.
2 dragons.
2 romantic dragons.
It's more of a duo of drakes.
Yeah, like somewhere in China. This does not scream 2007 to me.
Right.
Or 1994.
Yeah.
Well, isn't the movie set in?
It is 2007. But it's
2007.
made in 1994 or 93. So there we have one Al Leong, who is one of my favorite stuntmen. He's in a lot of John Carpenter movies. So we saw him last in Escape from L.A., but plays a major part in Big Trouble in Little China.
Yes.
That's
the death whip, apparently.
But apparently there is a documentary being made about him that should be coming out later this year.
About the stuntman?
Yes, Al Leong. Yep.
Cool.
So these guys are much more efficient at burning villages down than any of the previous movies we've seen.
Yeah, like that shit gone.
Yeah, that village also has more character and more depth to it than the village in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
It does.
surprisingly.
Yeah.
That this movie would do anything better than any other movie has just floored me, really.
Yeah.
This is a Temple of Doom set.
Yeah. This looks like a scene from Uncharted.
This looks like a scene from a 90s fantasy TV series you'd find on the WB.
Yeah, right.
Where's Kevin Sorbo?
Yeah, really.
Or Lucy Lawless.
Yeah.
Old person in the cave.
Maybe she won't see me.
She's just covered in brackets she found at Ace Hardware. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. I like that he spent the time to come into the temple to protect this thing, but didn't bother grabbing it to hide it.
His loyalty only
look at
goes
that.
so far, James.
Look at that ergonomic keyboard on that
Yeah.
laptop.
It's a good keyboard.
briefcase
Oh, surprise, lady! That's that feels like a trailer moment to me.
Yep.
It does. She's one of the weirdest characters in this movie somehow.
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
her delivery is so just unnatural most of the time.
So there must have been a huge fear of earthquakes in the early 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there
Okay.
was one.
There was
Oh,
the
yeah.
big
in LA.
there were the big earthquakes in
So.
in California.
In case you were wondering who the villain of this movie
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. That might be the most 90s haircut we've seen in any of the movies we've done.
Awesome. Just great. So that's Robert Patrick. He did this movie after Terminator 2.
Oh no. I
Yeah.
didn't
Like a
put that
year.
together. Oh no. Also, do you notice the zipper he has on the back of his
Yes,
suit
there are
there?
zippers everywhere on him.
Yeah.
His wardrobe. He has buttons and a zipper.
The Amish would not be pleased with him.
Blah, 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 blah.
I do like his knuckle cracking quirk.
Yeah. I mean, I think
It's
it's a little overused.
yeah, and
Yeah.
an idiosyncratic identifier of the character, but yeah,
Well, considering how he jumps into so many people's
right.
bodies,
Yeah,
from his
they-
It's a
magical
way to be like,
double
oh, it
dragon
is the
powers, like,
dude.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Be funny if it just had Tourette's. Every body he jumped into, they had Tourette's.
Yeah.
No, because
The
much later on in the movie, you see him jump into a body off screen, or he jumps into someone off screen, and then like you see the body get up, and you're like, "What's going on? There's zombies in this movie." And then
Yeah.
the knuckle crack happens. I was like, "Oh,
Is this supposed to be scary?
it's a children's movie."
But why?
I don't know.
This is a children's movie for kids who don't have eyes.
Yeah.
Sweep the leg.
Yeah.
So that guy, I don't remember his name at the moment, but he is Guerra from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.,
Oh,
which, if you count our experimental episode, as yet unreleased, is the second person from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. who has been in one of our movies.
Yeah, that's true.
It's Ming-Na
I
Wen.
love the little guy with the jack, particularly that he has a cigar as well.
Right.
So I love that they just hold the city up with all these jacks. Like it just speaks to how we would handle an infrastructure problem of a entire city getting leveled by a quake. Of just being like, just put jacks up
Yeah.
and hold the
This
building.
Beams
is
and
a
a couple
Jack
jacks.
Punk movie.
Yeah, Jack Punk movie. Because if you notice in the background and even all over the place, there are jacks all over the city.
Mhm.
They really went with that aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I am surprised.
So why is this guy part of this troop?
Because he is the brother.
Yeah, but he's terrible.
But he is, yeah.
This guy right now?
Yeah.
So that actor is Scott Wolf. He's Billy Lee. Does that
No, he's Jimmy.
Jimmy?
Yeah.
Ugly, homely.
Yep. That was a good pun. But no, like
The movie made it, not me.
he is immediately like an unlikable character.
Yes.
And his only redeeming quality is he trusts the power core crew later on. Otherwise, there's
true.
no reason for him to be in this movie. He is
entirely unlikable.
he's the worst fighter. He's just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Does this?
Yeah, he does this when they're like winning.
Mid noogie.
I mean, I'm all for noogies.
Yeah.
Don't get
No,
me wrong.
that is Billy, not Jimmy.
I know stuff sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking back to the animated series where I think Billy is the good son, like in the premise of the animated show from the 90s, which is how I knew of what Double Dragon was that one of the brothers is good, and the other one was kind of like raised by not
Wolves?
Kokosho or whatever was raised by the T-1000.
Okay.
So he's like initially evil.
Okay.
So in like the 2-part episode, he saves his brother or whatever. So
Okay.
That guy, for whatever reason, when he delivers that line, the losers, he sounds like Jay from Jay and Silent Bob to me. He sounds like Jason Mewes.
I like that the judges are sitting there being like, yes.
Okay. Yeah, let's see what
Good-
happens.
Good fighting. Yeah. Oh, it went through the table. Steve Cuff somewhere is excited because
Yes.
the table got destroyed.
Yep. Jackman.
Yep.
The tiny Jackman.
Jack Jackman.
I bet that guy's first name is Hugh.
Yeah.
This movie takes so many cues from RoboCop. It's ridiculous. Particularly like this.
Right.
These guys look like knockoff Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
City.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just love that too much.
Yeah, that was what Blob Hoskins and John Lame Gozamo.
Oh,
There you
gosh,
go.
Ryan.
Yeah, what the hell, Vanna White? That's actually her.
Yeah.
This movie has weird cameos.
Mm-hmm.
So this doesn't make any sense until like an hour later when they explain what curfew actually is.
Right.
Mhm.
Because immediately my mind went like, oh, they've established a curfew because they need the
It's
police.
a dystopian thing.
Yeah, it's a dystopian thing, but it's not. And also Andy Dick showed up, so this
So
movie,
truly the end has come.
yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, they don't speak to the fact that the whole curfew thing is because they've given up the night to the gangs, which seems like an important point to skip over.
Yep.
Andy Dick.
Yeah.
Like
What a
Canada.
man. Look at that. New Tokyo City. Death Race 2050 did it better, guys. Sorry.
Yep.
12 minutes to curfew. 12 minutes to curfew.
So this week we are drinking Nitro Red Velvets from Ballast Brewery out of California. What do you guys think of it so far?
Well, we're only a couple minutes in and mine's almost gone. So that's a fair indication of how I like it. Okay, about half gone. I like it a lot. This is real good. It's not too sweet, but it's immediately identifiable as the flavor it's kind of going for.
Okay.
And as you pointed out, the pouring instructions really kind of adds to the experience. Getting a nice good creamy head on here.
Yes. So
yeah.
this is a golden oatmeal stout made with beets, chocolate, and other natural flavors, whatever that means. Probably something to make it a little more creamy.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the first beer I've seen that the pouring instructions are on the bottle. And I had one of these yesterday, and I poured it, like on a slant, not to get a big head, and nowhere near as delicious as it is now. They're going for like a red velvet cake kind of feel.
Yeah.
And the cream or the head kind of mimics like the cream flavor.
Yeah, it's
so
just the fully vertical pour.
Yep.
Yep.
More about this beer later. Back to the movie.
Yeah, because we don't want to hear what James has to say.
Oh, sorry, James.
No, it's fine. I
Well-
actually don't.
Yeah. That's fine.
You can wait your turn.
I'll talk about it later.
All right.
I do like that, again, as in all dystopian movies from the 90s, the gangs all have to have a theme. So this
Yep.
is the Mohawks.
All right.
I also like that there's apparently a gang database that
Yeah,
one can
right.
look into. And that this vehicle has not only internet access, but full keyboard and computer functionality, but runs on garbage.
Yep.
Hey, man. That'd be cool.
Like that you hurl into an open flame between the two
Totally fine.
passengers.
What could possibly go wrong? Like accidentally tossing a baby in there while you're driving.
Yeah.
Good one, Guerra. This guy is super unsettling to me, and I'm not sure why. His features are odd. It's like someone shook a copy of Time Splitters and he fell out of it.
The you got a problem with that he adds to the end of that is also, again, a very 90s moment
Yeah.
there, too. Ow.
I do like his little like dweeby mohawk character guy.
Yeah.
So
I had to do a double check the actor who plays a Bobo because he looked to me a lot like the guy who plays Melvin in Daredevil on Netflix.
Ah.
He makes a suit, but it is not the same guy.
There's those jacks we were talking about.
Yep.
Yeah, find better garbage, you fool.
Yeah.
So while we're in this like 10-minute car chase, James,
Yeah.
what do you think about this beer so far?
I agree with Ryan. I like it. I like it more than I expected to. I always like the idea of red velvet beer, but oftentimes it comes out how this does if you don't get a good bit of the head on it, which is kind of watery and not
bland, kind
bland.
of.
Yeah. But with the nitro and the head on it, you really do get a good flavor there.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yep. So again, this is from Ballast Point, which I just started having their beer in the last maybe like year or two, and they are quickly becoming one of my favorite breweries. We had Grapefruit Sculpin.
Yeah, their Grapefruit Sculpin is fantastic.
Phenomenal. They have a Pineapple Sculpin, which is very good.
Yeah, that's more refreshing.
That sounds great. I almost got that the other day.
They have a habanero one, which I have not had. Victory at Sea is a nice imperial porter with coffee and vanilla that we've enjoyed off of the podcast. So just overall, just phenomenal beer. And I really dig their labels. They have a bunch of fish and or skeletons.
Yeah.
By the artist whose name is Paul Elder. It's a nice. The labels definitely stand out on the shelf.
Yes, they
for
do.
sure.
What is on that map?
I didn't notice that before, but
Cheese Whiz.
Oh yeah, I guess so because the Cheese Whiz is in there, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you're right.
But what's the vintage on that Cheese Whiz? Outside the can. This seems overly complicated for what they're trying to achieve.
Yes, it does.
Do you guys remember when joysticks were like the be all end all of like future video game technology?
Right.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, because you had to get all of your flight simulators in back in the day. That was the big thing you played on your PC.
Yep.
Microsoft Flight Simulator, the game in which you just took off and landed.
Right. Probably.
Took off and hopefully landed. Yeah. I mean, could you imagine releasing that game now at the cost that game came out with back in the day?
Oh no.
Like,
I think
okay,
that's
so what do you
still
do
a
in
thing.
this? What do you do in this game?
Well, you fly.
Well, you fly. Yeah. What else do you do?
That'll be $60.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Well, you have games like Euro Truck Simulator and Football Manager Simulator, and so I'm sure you could.
The truck simulator I think is more congruent to that, or more along those lines. Like the any kind of game simulator or gaming simulator, at least you're dealing with more going on than just like flying stuff somewhere. I mean, even in Microsoft Flight Simulator, you weren't even delivering passengers anywhere. You literally just took things into the air.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about it to really criticize it further, but
there you go. Okay, so we get
really
the do not combust warning. Yep. Drops it into the fire and boom
with their Mad Max car.
Yes.
And again, the 90s effect that fire means fast.
Yes.
Yep. So I wonder. So we've watched two video game related movies now, very recently, and they both made references to video games in them. Do you think that's just a requisite for any video game movie that at some point you need to reference a video game in some way?
I think in these early 90 ones, yes.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Because, video games were still like the new thing, really, or they were just becoming like the big thing, really. So they wanted to do those definite like tongue-in-cheek references, kind of like in the very, very first X-Men movie. When Wolverine's kind of complaining about their black uniform,
and
he's like, "Oh, yellow and blue spandex," which is like that's Wolverine's costume that everyone knows.
Yep.
These are really awkward shots.
Yeah, they
just
are.
The mouth.
There's a lot of screaming going on in this movie.
That car chase is just ended, folks.
Yep. There we go.
But one of the video game movies that I actually really like is the first Mortal Kombat. I'm trying to think. I don't think they did any sort of those references in that one, so
no,
I don't think this is a pattern.
Well, Shang Tsung does say like flawless victory at one point.
He does.
But they don't play any video games.
No one makes a mention to the idea of video games.
Yeah.
I do like that Abobo just punches the door off.
I would say the actors they got for Billy and Jimmy both look like they could be a Power Rangers character.
I agree
with that. If this movie was made later on, that character would definitely have been Seth Green.
I was thinking like that's a very Seth Green-like character.
Yes. His wimpy sidekick.
Seth Green is actually he's super involved in a lot of things. It's actually kind of impressive. All the things that he writes for and puts together. Got a lot going on.
So
Nickelodeon's guts contestants.
Yeah, apparently. This happens here. These guys come down the walls. I really do like this scene, the little thing that comes up here, right
Yeah,
here.
That's cool.
That's cool. How they have the cloaks over
Urban
them.
camo, as it
urban
were.
Camo. Yeah, I like it a lot. But the idea that this adult that bench presses 800 pounds would be frightened by any number of preteens is a ridiculous notion in and of itself.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Well, they've got bandanas, so
he could
they're bad
easily
hombres.
defeat all of them.
Yes.
So
I don't know. I'm going to wish upon a star tonight that we get to focus on your ass later in the movie.
it's a
You David Ayer?
yeah.
I see what you did there, and I don't like it.
No.
Okay.
there you
So
go.
not that much later. So twice in the movie.
But it was also mostly covered by her jacket.
Fair.
So
For that one, yeah. The later one that's a fun joke is when they're going into the vents.
Yeah.
And they don't actually concentrate on her at all, but then the two guys start fighting over who gets to follow. Like that's an adult joke because they don't really like point at it, because this is unabashedly a children's movie.
Yep.
Which does feel kind of weird that we are bashing a children's movie.
Yeah,
but,
well, we did that last week, so
yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
we're not. You can't stop us.
Yeah.
Well, I guess once you break that ethical mold, who cares, right?
Nothing is sacred.
Drinking beer on a Sunday.
Not
Join-
for breakfast this time.
Join us next week when we make fun of Planet Earth by
Yeah.
the BBC.
Right. Followed by The Land Before Time 1 because we're monsters.
Yeah. I like that
Hey,
the cigarette burns
burn.
are still in there. Yeah.
Hey, as a former actual analog medium projectionist, I appreciate that sort of thing.
So the weird thing about this movie, there's a lot of really
The?
big one of the the immediate weird thing about this movie, the sets in this movie are very, very big.
They're really complex.
They're very complex. Like this theater set, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
the Discovery Zone later.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yep.
It was Discovery Zone. I was trying to think of the thing from the 90s.
I called it a guts thing in my head, but you've already pulled that reference.
Right.
You can pull it again.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we're going to have some pulling going on. You believe you me.
Yeah.
So it's not immediately clear who this is. It at first it's like, oh, it's their mom, and then it's like, nope, that's not their mom.
No. Yeah, they don't really point out who she is outside of like friend of their father.
Yeah, there's exposition later explaining who she is.
Yeah, but even that is still cloudy at best.
Yeah.
Cloudy at
She
best.
robbed
on my
them
memoir.
apparently.
Yeah.
Strings of steel.
I want that.
So
Yeah, not the one I would give that to.
No.
wait, when you get a gold thing in movies, aren't you supposed to bite it and make sure it's real? Isn't that
is
a thing
true.
that people do?
They aren't pirates though.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And I assume dental care is pretty spotty in the grim dark future of 2007.
Yeah.
And they need all the teeth they can get.
Yeah. Well, it's weird because they cut back to a different person's house, to Marion's house later, and it's like a normal suburban house. But I mean, it is the chief of police. So
yeah.
I kind of took it to be that. But I also took it that while the city's all messed up, like the suburban areas in the around are probably not anywhere near as messed up as the city actually is.
Right. That floor would scare the hell out of me.
Yeah.
The glass ceiling is now a glass floor.
Yeah.
So you guys mentioned sets earlier, and they are for this movie. They're pretty big and intricate. Not so much so as like Mario Brothers, but what I found interesting in this movie is the explosions that happen are hellacious. Like they're huge and really violent, which is I'm curious to get your
I've got
thoughts
a fun
on.
little fact about that, but we'll save
yeah?
that till we
Okay,
actually get to
all
that
right.
scene.
I enjoy all facts, even the fun ones, especially the fun ones.
I want that elevator.
Yep.
Like, I also hope that that's not an elevator, that he just literally keeps those two guys in the floor.
Yeah,
until he
that's,
hits them.
that's just their storage.
Go to your
space.
box.
Yeah.
Huey and Lewis are their names because he makes a joke here in a second, I think. Of Huey, Lewis, what's the news?
She's so weird, you guys.
Yep.
She creeps me out.
It's like a discount Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
Well, the Marion reminds me of an actress, and I can't put my finger on it. Who she reminds me
Angelina
of.
Jolie from Hackers.
No, nope.
Who? Wait, which one?
Marion, the
Blonde chick.
Alyssa Milano.
That's it. Thank you.
CGI elevator.
Yeah.
For some reason.
I didn't bother to look. Is that actually Melissa?
Alyssa Milano? Yeah, that's her.
Okay, well then that's exactly why I was like, is that Alyssa Milano?
Yeah, no, that's absolutely her.
I didn't bother to look.
100%.
So, okay.
Shuko is secretly running the Umbrella Corporation.
Yeah.
It's like a discount Wesker.
Oh boy,
He's got
no.
he has the glasses on.
Yep,
and
and
the
the
black
blonde
coat.
hair.
Yeah.
You're killing me,
Wow.
Max. Raps.
Even the sunglasses. Yeah. Yep.
If you look over here, you'll notice a fresh Jill sandwich.
Yeah. That's when Alfred steps out. I don't know how to make that kind of sandwich, so.
Your Jill sandwich. And again,
So, were you traveling across the Sierra Nevada mountains in the 1860s?
so this is 2 video game movies now with scary chairs that transform people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Old York.
It sold in 2007.
Yeah, here you go. Like
Shuko Krispies. I didn't notice they all had
Oh,
sunglasses on before you see that.
Yeah.
That actually cracks me up.
I do like too that they didn't do anything besides put a Shuko sticker on it and
Yeah.
give them all sunglasses.
Right.
It's literally the box.
That's great.
That wig is still better than some of the other wigs we've been subjected to in movies we've seen.
Mhm.
Yep. Looking at you, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome.
Yeah. Right up.
Thanks.
Did you guys notice how everyone tucks their shirt into their jeans and has an obnoxiously large belt
It's
in
the
this
90s.
movie?
90s, man.
Yeah.
It's bad.
That was the thing, man.
Yeah, I did that for a while. I didn't have a belt. At least I don't think I did. I don't remember. I blocked it out.
Yeah, I mean, I got to the point where I've somehow managed to find some clothes from that time, and I put them on now, and I'm swimming in them, and
Yeah.
I'm 120 pounds heavier than I was when I wore those clothes.
That's awesome.
Fit a family of 5 in those Jinko jeans.
I never had Jinko jeans.
Mm.
I had some shorts. but
Okay.
I never had like the pipes.
No, I just had shirts that were really, really big.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually kind of disappointed for the cereal that they didn't go with like Shugos or something. Is it Shuko or Shugo? It's with a K in it.
Yeah, because he's Japanese for
Shuko.
some reason.
Yeah,
Because
Duh.
white appropriation future
Guess.
thing.
yeah,
Because everything else in this movie is Chinese,
yep.
but he's Japanese for some reason. I don't know. Yeah. We've learned. We should know by now that we should not be trying to make sense of these movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This looks like the same apartment complex from what did you just watch with Elijah Wood and Nick Cage?
The
The
Trust.
Trust.
The
Yeah,
Trust.
that's what it is.
I'm disappointed that the
I
L.A.
forgot
police
about that
chief
movie.
wears a clip-on tie.
Mm.
Ugh, yeah. That looks like a set recycling from Escape from New York.
Mm. What the hell kind of technique is this?
It's not. It's a dance move.
Yeah. Well, I don't get why they hint at this. Like, I expected this to be like Chekhov's stupid dance move that
Mhm.
would be used later on in the movie.
They do.
I must have completely
Oh
blanked
no,
out
yeah,
for
they
that
do
movie.
it at the
Okay,
end.
well then I
Yeah,
missed it.
It happens.
I may have blocked most of the end of this movie from my mind.
The end of this movie is really the only parts of this movie I clearly remembered from when I originally saw this.
Okay.
Like that last fight and the stinger at the end, but
Mm.
I could not remember like who this dude was or
Okay.
that they lived in a movie theater.
So that thing on the left over there is
Mm-hmm.
supposed. I'm assuming it's supposed to be like the nacho cheese warmer, but it looks like a piece of pie on the top of it.
Nacho pie.
Yes.
Do you think they practice taking off their sunglasses like that in unison?
I think he's
Probably.
just good at it by this
Yeah.
point.
Well, everyone else like did it
Yeah.
in sync, so
That was probably an off-frame countdown that we can't hear.
Yeah. I do like that you can see in the background in this scene the two of them still arguing over what to do.
mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah. I do enjoy it's like in The Trust of things happening in the background.
Yeah.
Like the guy climbing out the window.
That's the best instance of background
Yeah.
events that we've seen.
That nipple. Wait.
Yeah. There you go.
He's just making the stupidest faces.
Yeah.
Very slow knee. But yeah,
Parkour!
Technique.
I remember watching the scene and being like, this is a huge set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shugo shop.
And it's only for like this one scene.
It is. It really is. There's a lot going on here. Also, this is the exact thing they would put in a kids movie to make kids want to live somewhere like this.
Oh God, yeah.
Like 8 to 10-year-olds would think this
I
is the
would've-
coolest thing in
yeah.
the world.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I was 8 years old or whatever, I used to draw like the bases I would want to live in, like my ideal like superhero base or whatever, like kind of like after I watched Hook a lot back then.
That's another one that would speak
I've
to
lost
us.
my marbles.
Yeah.
And I thought like the Lost Boys little like, tree village whatever thing was super cool, so I would try to draw something similar like that for
Okay.
Also, that net thing reminds me a lot of like the net from gym class in elementary school, where you had to like
Mhm.
climb up it.
Yeah. All right. So, one, besides the ridiculous eyebrow raising
Right.
that's there,
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting something to happen to this rope, considering
Yes,
like the
like-
look that he gives him. Like, oh,
like it's just gonna come.
Yeah.
Like
See, he just doesn't let go.
Yeah.
But I was expecting like like a sandbag to fall on him or something.
yeah,
like that.
or just for it to become unattached from the ceiling altogether or something,
Mhm.
Yes.
or to wherever it was affixed.
I do like the fight that's going on between the Guardian
Mm-hmm.
and
Shuko.
Shuko, because he's holding a cigarette or smoking a cigarette through the whole thing and
Yeah.
never drops it.
Clearly, of the two oh, go ahead.
I do like this little fight here. You get to see that he's got some like legit
Yeah.
martial
Yeah.
arts abilities, and then Ao Liang just being a badass.
Yep.
Like I feel like this little fight sequence gives you a very good establishment of the two brothers and their
Right.
style.
Yeah. Also, when he gets hit by the bowling pin,
Yeah,
that would hurt
yeah, you'd be donezo.
so much.
I like that they also have the Shugo S just spray painted on the backs of their heads.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, this actor between the two brothers is clearly the only one who actually has martial arts chops.
Yep.
That's why he's the best.
Is he the best around?
Because you're the best. Okay,
Yeah.
that the joke is very
Locking
bad.
the ponytail in the suitcase.
Yeah.
But when he's shown next, it's still attached to his head.
It's like it's a nice bit of continuity.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn into a blob of metal and stab you.
Yeah. Then when he jumps back through this wall.
he jumps back to the wall and it rips again.
Yeah. Yeah. I just like that he doesn't walk through it. He actually like springs
Yeah.
back through it.
Boing. He found a pair of moon shoes back there.
Yeah.
Just that was so weird. That
Yeah.
delivery.
What do you? Why? There's the knuckle cracking noise.
Also, she's lost her gray hair.
It's hidden. It's there.
No, because it comes back later, like when she's whatever. We'll talk about it later.
No, you can see it.
Oh.
Just that it was underneath one of the other things, or some of her other hair. This is awful.
Yep.
Awful character design.
That was the opening doorbuster sale to where he's peddling pogo sticks for buy one get one free at Bobo's Pogo Bogo a Go Go.
That was a lot, Ryan.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I was like, where is he going with that?
Yeah. Now, my comment here is that Bobo looks like a scrotum.
Yeah.
Yep.
Scroto.
Scrobo.
Scrobo. Scrota Bobo.
Even though we just saw him yesterday in that exact same
Yeah.
very distinct outfit.
That's a lot less distinct right now, though.
That's true.
They're like, why is his neck so huge?
I would argue that Bobo was much more effective pre
Yeah.
scrotifying.
Yeah.
Pre-scrotification.
Yes.
He can't wipe his own butt anymore.
All right.
He doesn't seem to be any stronger than they showed him before.
He's become
Well, we never see him
anthroscromortic.
do anything like
Scromorphic.
super duper like ridiculous with his strength when he's not
Yeah, we do.
scrotified.
He punched that door off that
okay,
car.
yeah.
So all we've learned is that when you get all ridiculous like this, you can punch two doors instead of one door.
Yep. I suppose, but
And that falling into a safety net knocks you out.
Yes, with baby music,
Yeah.
because why not?
So yeah, Satori.
Scrotor is down.
I do like that she's also not speaking in the way that she
Normally
did earlier.
speaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Judo kick.
Keep away, keep away.
Yeah.
7 minutes of monkey in the middle.
Yeah.
Think about what you've done.
Yeah.
Again, but her gray hair is not there.
There was a real quick shot a moment ago where it was.
It's you can see it. It's over her left eye. There's black hairs in front of it as
All
always.
Right. Oof, that's bad.
That's. Whee!
It's dated, but it's not bad.
No, that was super bad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
With the likes of Roger Rabbit around,
Okay.
Yes.
that was super bad.
Why? Oh, yeah. Why pick there of all places to reappear? How are you going to
He's
get down?
theatrical. Hey.
Hey. Is that supposed to do? Okay.
Yeah.
He's still got the case on his head.
Yep.
The gas of foam?
Yeah. Gasoline doesn't foam like
Oh,
that.
sorry, boss. It's the beer. This is beer jugs.
Yeah. There you go. Smoking.
Smoky, smoky.
Shuko likes to crack everyone's knuckles when he's possessing them so much he hopes they get arthritis.
Yeah. That's his goal.
Only you can prevent theater fires.
Lights all the entire book of matches.
Okay,
Man.
that was terrible.
Yeah. I really was better off not having memories of Robert Patrick in this role. My life was better before this.
How on earth would they hear her from that point? Like, they look back like they can hear her, and they are a good distance away from her, according to the set.
Weird.
Yeah. Oh man, if only someone wasn't a shitty brick thrower and hit the gas line.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the 2-ton man in front of me. If we keep gently shaking the fence, it'll come loose.
Yeah.
Shake a.
And she Hermione's this by being the only person who's actually competent enough to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm back!
He forgot to jump through paper again.
Yeah. Just make a Comic Zone movie.
Comic Zone. Deep cut. Oh, hi.
I expected this fight to go on a little longer than it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Given the implied skill of these two.
Mm-hmm.
Just a super awkward fall.
Yeah. I mean, she held her own against him.
Well,
Yeah.
he straight up kills her. And again, this is a PG kids movie, so you probably can't show that. Like, I have a feeling like that was actually like in the. Oh no, he doesn't kill her.
No, he doesn't.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that was my reason why I said I thought it was weird the fight didn't go on longer, because when they're fighting earlier, she's holding her own against him. He only defeats her by using the weird dragon power that I don't think is anywhere in the game or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But
maybe not.
I expected that to them kind of be fighting or whatever, and then him to escape at the last second, not hit her once, and be like, "All right, see ya."
Yeah, okay, bye.
Ryan, was that the brutal explosion you were
It
talking
was
about?
one
Or
of them.
Or the other one you're
That's
talking
a big
about?
explosion.
It's
They
real
destroyed
forceful.
that set.
It's not just like woo fireballs. It's really forceful, and there's a ton of debris.
It's like a practical effects.
Yeah,
Is there double debris?
Inception,
Double
like
debris.
street explosion.
and the later on in the boat scenes too. Man,
I have things to talk about there.
Still got the case on his hair.
why is the line that I'm supposed to say?
Yeah.
God, she's weird.
All the
Ugh.
grommets on her collar are very strange
She's-
too.
This is fairly accurate for
Yeah, it's like, oh, there's Ryan when he's not on the podcast.
right. On my PlayStation VR. Playing as a cat where I knock things off shelves.
Yeah.
Where can I get that jacket?
You got to come up with your own street jacket.
She's late for the real Slim Shady video shooting for Eminem.
But that is literally like the headset you have sitting 10 feet from us.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
So this is like a shitty version of the Warriors
Yes, it is.
with 90s lighting.
There's actually guys from earlier on in the movie that show up in this scene too.
Yeah. Mohawk Man.
Yeah, no, but like actual. There's a guy who has these weird
but yeah,
the
the
little finger
clowns.
gloves things. Yeah.
So some people may recognize this actor with the weird-looking face as Michael Berryman from Wes Craven's 1970s The Hills Have Eyes.
That's where I've seen his weird-looking face before.
Yeah, he's usually on the cover of posters
the poster,
in the movie. Yeah,
Because I'm like, I know I've seen that guy's face before. He is so ugly.
yeah. You don't forget that face.
Yeah. But this is like the opening scene from the Warriors if they just banned bright tones.
Yeah. This is Mad Warriors.
Oh, gosh.
I like how he's standing with his hands on his hips, like weird Yoda.
Mm-hmm.
It's gang Yoda.
Same face, too.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I don't believe in buttons.
Yeah. Good. I like checking the watch is a good effect there.
Yep.
I do like that effect that he chokes his shadow.
Yeah.
I think it's a really cool idea. I don't think it
It's-
belongs in this movie, but I
Right.
think it's a really
it's
cool
weird
idea.
how much darker his shadow is up against the gang's leader.
Because
Yeah.
it's all of him.
No, I suppose. But still.
Matter energy conversion, man.
Oh, god damn it. That was a pull from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3.
Displacement, James. Also, why does this crowd have so many mimes in it?
It's the clown gang. Or it's not the clown gang. It's that other gang
It's the
from
mime
the
gang.
Warriors.
Yeah,
There's the eyeball hands.
Yep.
the marauding mimes.
Yes. More mimes.
These aren't really just... These are people just off the streets without any actual wardrobe.
Yeah. This is just L.A.
This is also like a 1990s WWF like promo video.
Right.
This is a modern day promo video for WWE.
Yeah.
Wrestling
WWE
has
is
Goes around,
timeless.
comes around.
Yeah. Yeah, wrestling is timeless, Max. Oh, Scrotus survived. Which is actually the name of the bad
guy from
the
Mad
current
Max.
Mad Max game.
Yeah.
Does he also look like a scrotum?
Yeah,
A little,
not
yeah.
as puffy though.
Yeah. It's not as swollen.
Someone merged the scrotum and the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Yeah, they do make a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man joke later, don't they?
They do, yeah. I was like, that's rather on the nose,
Yeah,
considering at this point, like in film, that movie's 10 years old.
this seems like a really nice place to just stop and hang out.
Yeah.
Also, that would be really hot.
Yes. Also, looks like it was a Pepsi commercial from the 90s.
Yeah.
Did he break his flangular?
Needs more jacks.
Yeah.
We're out of jacks. I wonder how many jacks they're using to hold up the ocean.
Good amount.
Mm-hmm.
You're also orphans. That seems to be
This
worse.
movie is like anti-parents.
Yeah.
No one's allowed to have a mom.
No. I was going to be sad.
I don't
It's a
want to
bit-
stop feeling sorry for myself.
It's a jerk move, man.
Yeah. My parents were killed by lunchboxes.
Yeah.
Giant belts.
Yeah.
Yeah. She only spent all of her life before meeting us trying to prevent it from happening.
Yeah. I was trying to form a party of 5 people. He's from a show called Party of 5.
Wasn't that show? That was like a one season show, wasn't it? Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I haven't learned how to think yet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of wind and I imagine fans being used in a lot of these scenes, like especially like the last one. I feel like in this one, how much of this budget do you think was spent on fans?
I think in this scene it's probably just natural wind, but they did probably a lot.
A lot of fans, a lot of fake smoke.
It has more on set than exists of this movie.
Yes, well done, Ryan.
But I did some math. So this particular YouTube video that we're watching averages more than 3,000 views a year since this movie has been released.
Wow. There's another Shuko symbol.
Yep.
Yeah. There's some really bizarre characters in the upcoming scenes.
Yes. There's Capitol Records, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Jacked up, though.
All right, so I'm just going to get this out of the way now. So, we've established the river sets on fire, and that's supposed to be the Hollywood River. So, they filmed this scene in Cleveland. Now, Cleveland, back in the day, had a river that would frequently catch on fire from industrial runoff. So, kind of just a nice little tie-in to the Flaming River. Also, when they filmed this scene, they informed people of the surrounding area, we're going to be filming an action scene. There will be explosions. Keep calm and carry on. There were still like 200 calls to local PD about the horrendous explosion that happened because of this film.
Right.
Well, that's something that this film and The Dark Knight have in common then, because when they blew up the hospital in Chicago, the Chicago PD got a whole bunch of calls about that too. That's also the only thing this movie has in common with The Dark Knight.
Yep.
They both do
A lot of gangs.
employ human beings.
True. This is actually also one of the few fight scenes we get to see
there
in this
aren't
movie.
many.
For a movie, this is like the third.
There's not
There's
the
not
one
like
in the
real
beginning.
fighting.
they're not real fighting.
Okay, so there's
Like at the theater, there's just
the
running.
beginning, the theater.
The theater there's
Here.
like in the theater there's like
Two
45
punches.
seconds combined of fighting.
Okay.
This is a fight scene.
There's a lot of Dutch angles in this.
There's a lot of fighting in this scene too.
The Shangles.
This is a very Power Rangers fight.
Oh yeah. There's the weird gloves guy.
Yep, one of many. But so I thought about going for Burning River from Great Lakes Brewing Company as the beer to go.
Ah,
with
nice.
this, but I don't care for that beer. It's a pale ale, and that's one of the few styles I just do not enjoy at all. It's just like, if you're going to commit to being a pale ale, go full on IPA.
Oh, hey, buddy.
Ooh. The burp noise there is a really weird sound effect they go for.
That's bizarre.
I just the outfits for the gangs in this movie are just so outlandish.
It's the guy from AC/DC.
Witness!
Jeez.
You know
was funny, right, kids?
Yeah, you know what kids love? Post jokes.
Yeah.
And you notice that his hat has a snail on it because he's so slow?
Snail mail.
It's snail mail.
Which I don't think was really like
That wasn't a term
phrase
back then.
until mid-2000s.
Yeah.
I am surprised that chevron-covered bike does not come into play.
Right.
But, oh well.
Those
What you
people
gonna do?
really want into this shack, bro.
Yeah, even the mailman now.
Yeah, let me in. You got mail.
Love shack, baby, love shack.
So is this the boathouse from Keep on the Borderlands?
Good question. See, look, he looks back at the chevron bike, which
Yeah.
It's an erector set bike. That's what that is. Watch this. I feel like that's a metaphor for this guy's entire career.
Yeah.
All cocky about it. Oh yeah, watch this. And it just falls apart.
There's Creepy Dude again.
Yeah.
There's the Bib Fortuna.
Ow,
Oh god.
dude.
That would
Jesus.
like how he just hugs the other guy.
Like stepping
The
on
guy
a,
with the patch can relate.
right.
Yeah.
Stepping on
I'm
a
in your
grape.
gang now.
Yeah. The Eye Patch Gang. There's two of them now.
Mhm.
Yep.
I've always wanted my own gang.
So going back to this beer is a lot lighter than I anticipated it to be.
Yeah.
You know, when you hear stout, you're like, oh yeah, something dark, something heavy. roasted flavors, etc., etc. But with this, you don't get that.
No.
And from my beer knowledge, it's because this beer probably lacks the roasted malts, which is what you get in stouts. And this has a very nice red color to it, which is from the beets. Obviously.
Yeah, like I said, I liked it more than I expected to. It does still taste a little watery.
I will agree with you there. I would like to try this on draft.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do like that cut that they're on the river next to a Hollywood sign that far up.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yep. And now these are the same guys who come out of nowhere in London Has Fallen. These are
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the aquatic version.
On the BMX bikes.
Yeah.
Instead of forest bikes, it's just
it's jet ski.
river skis.
It's
Yep.
jet ski terrace.
Mm-hmm.
I like this shot. It looks bad, but I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
Um,
Those jet skis just look ridiculous. Chinese theater.
Chinese theater. Yeah, you gotta get all your hits.
The tour
The
boat.
tour boat. I love the tour boat because it gives you the idea that the rest of the United States is fine.
Yeah. Hollywood River Tours. Yeah.
Is Steve Buscemi's character from Escape from L.A. piloting this?
That'd be
Dang it.
great. He should be. This boat has as many gears as a Fast and the Furious car does.
Mm-hmm.
So like 17.
Yes, they keep upshifting, which I don't think is how boats work. But
It has a throttle
yeah,
lever thing.
Yeah.
But
hey, here's the burning river you were talking about. Max.
yep. Maybe the burning river is why Snake Plissken escaped from Cleveland.
Maybe that's how he did.
Just
that's
the
how he
river's
got out of there.
perpetually
Oh my
on
God.
fire.
It's in the same universe.
Yes.
But
Like,
yeah,
look at this.
This is a huge explosion.
Look at all the force.
Yeah. Why are they yelling?
Jeez.
This is like a Apocalypse Now level
Yeah, that was
explosion.
huge, man. Huge and violent. Huge and violent. So this has beets in it, the beer?
Yes, beets. That's probably what
Beets.
Beets, not beeps or beet.
Bees.
There's no honey in this.
Bees.
That was Hop Slam.
Mm.
So
you
I
go.
thought the boat had the weirdest design until like that scene where, because it's all like covered in like a
Covered, yeah.
battering ram
Yep.
until they actually batter into something.
I like the henchman level of investigation that they do right
Yeah.
here.
Yep,
Well,
target destroyed.
I looked at it and I don't see them, so they must be dead.
Yep.
So
Yep.
this gives me a good idea for a bad pun. So a rapper endorsed produce section, Beats by Dre.
Ah.
I don't need your pity laughs. I entertain myself.
It's a good joke right there. Good kids joke.
Mm-hmm. The
So we're-
diarrhea is
but let's-
terrifying as a child.
Yes, it is.
But also, let's not make any effort to get out of the water and just keep talking here.
Yep.
Keep waiting.
Waiting or wading?
Waiting.
Both.
I mean, that was an expensive explosion. So
Yeah,
they're going to
look
get
at
as
that.
much footage out of it as they can.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, this
Well,
is,
just like exploding that theater.
I've also heard that the call sign for this channel is NICE.
I'm shaking my head.
Hmm.
I also like the little jab there at 102 News when Cable's like, "You've got 500 channels."
Yeah.
Does the guy have a UV light? He just hanging up to the
Almost
cheap
looks like
space.
Tiny bug zapper. Be
Yeah.
careful.
I like the depiction of the press there too, as these like moronic idiots
Like,
who
ooh,
are,
yeah,
who are all about like the rights of the gangs and everything.
be a cop.
Yeah.
Huh?
Odd pants.
The river's really deep.
Maybe it's in the ceiling.
Maybe it's in the ceiling. I don't know why the gum there.
The
is
gum,
funny to
yeah,
me.
like double mint gum.
Hmm?
Butt zips.
Yes. He's like a a G-rate villain. Just
Right.
one city.
Yeah, just one city.
I don't need world domination.
Just the city, not the country, just a city.
Oh, Jesus. The lady who plays Lash looks like someone just stretched silly putty over a skeleton.
Jeez.
Called it good. Good God. Not even a real skeleton, like an educational one you'd see in a classroom.
She's not allowed to have zippers. She's only allowed
Nope.
to have grommets.
Mesh grommets.
Yes. Pepto-Bismol's on his desk. I'd like that cut.
Yep.
Is this Chief Buzzcut?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
It'd been a great spot for the giant phone gag from Top Secret.
It would have. Yeah. Also, the timeline here is not working on this. 23 minutes till sundown, and these guys are clearly walking around at like 2 in the afternoon.
Yep.
Well, maybe we walked backward on the timeline to watch these guys? It's not necessarily.
I guess you could have.
It hasn't necessarily been concatenated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all happening at the same time.
Good bridge.
Oh, daylight savings time. That's why it's still light outside.
Yeah. Well, they said
The
20
very,
minutes,
very beginning of this movie was
23 minutes till sundown, they said.
Oh. I thought they said curfew, but this movie has a lot of like exposition on bridges.
Yeah. That sounds like an art house film. Exposition on bridges.
Mm.
This set.
Yeah.
The Discovery Zone set. This looks like it was recycled from Super Mario Brothers.
Right.
It's long and it's very tall.
Did you guys ever go to Little Caesars? Had their own like Discovery Zone play area.
The Pizzone?
Is that what it was?
No. That was the calzone.
I think it was just like Caesarland or something. But
maybe, yeah. I never went to it,
I
though.
remember when I was real little, a friend of mine had a birthday party there, and it was the coolest fucking thing I ever went to.
I mean, I went to Chuck E. Cheese and the Michigan equivalent, Major Magic.
Major Magics!
Yep.
I still remember that smell.
Yep.
Does anybody else want to talk about how she's literally torturing a man right
It's
With
a
spinach?
little disturbing.
here? Yeah.
Maybe she thinks if I force feed him spinach, he'll shit out all of his muscles.
Or maybe she just got done watching Seven and got some ideas.
She just
Oh,
wants information
God.
out of him, and she's like torturing him with food and gas, presumably, is what they're going for here.
Yes.
No, I think it's spinach makes you fart.
Yeah, gas.
Oh.
People gas.
Yes.
Special. What is... That was a super awkward motion.
Yeah.
And just the way it interacts with his prosthetics is
Yeah.
really weird.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
The
Dystopian cityscapes.
the fan effects in that sequence there are really bad.
The Phenophics.
Like I said, lots of fans.
Yep.
See?
Hey, look at Jack.
A Shuko Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gear answers to no man. So
Kid
it's power
jokes.
plug.
I do like this dumb joke.
Yeah.
Really. Very shadowy shot.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say Billy's character really shines like in the last 45 minutes of him not just being like the jokey asshole brother.
Yeah.
Like, he actually has some
Competent moments.
because of like his not like straightforward thinking.
Right.
Yeah. More shots of people screaming.
Yeah.
Right. For a brief moment, I thought that they were going to Looney Tunes it in the dark there. When they're just like, watch your step, and the camera was going to zoom out and they weren't going to be standing on anything.
Yep. Oh god.
That would have been better.
It's the reggae irregulars.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. You guys want some spinach, apparently? I want to watch the toddlers whoop some ass.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a Nick Slime river or a river of Ecto Cooler.
Yeah.
Oh my God, please be Ecto Cooler. I just went from 6 to midnight. I love that stuff.
See, the thing is that these kids look ridiculous, but they're really just wearing 90s fashion.
Yeah, well that's the thing about like sci-fi movies. Sci-fi movies aren't like the future. It's the current era
With weird stuff.
progressed like,
Yeah.
some number of years. So this is just like 90s fashion on the same, like, if it continued.
Yes.
Oh boy, this is the 90s.
Yep. I remember once I traded in enough Kool-Aid points to get an inflatable green chair.
Wow.
It would have looked just like it
Wait,
could have fit into the set.
Hold on. How did you, as a diabetic...
It was before I became diabetic.
Okay.
I was not born diabetic. I became diabetic when I was 10.
You can still accumulate those points while not consuming the product.
Kool-Aid. Check your privilege.
No. I'm not saying you shouldn't drink Kool-Aid. I'm just surprised that you were able to drink that much Kool-Aid.
Well, funny story about that. So, one of the symptoms of diabetes is unquenchable thirst.
For blood.
So, I remember one day I was super, super thirsty, and I picked up a pitcher of Kool-Aid and drank it. Like, not like into cups. Just picked the pitcher up and drank it. It was the blue lemonade one.
Nice.
This is a funny take here, actually.
Yeah, I do like this.
Because I had one of these fucking whistle things.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
also, that guy's like 22. Why is he here?
And why is he playing with all these toys?
Yeah.
There's that one Radiohead song that has the
wind, there is.
The windpipes from Amnesiac.
The guy swirling
plates. That's what song it is.
The tube there is clearly the most smug human being they could have found in the 90s.
Yeah, it's like Patrick Bateman. Jacks. More Jacks.
Yeah. And the oxygen...
that's a nice matte painting. But not really.
The oxygen thing that they have down there, too, that's a quick cut for something that's actually kind of a neat idea.
Yep.
They have, like, public oxygen tags.
Mm-hmm. Reminds me of Spaceballs.
Yeah.
With Perrier.
It's... Well, notice very briefly the film has a frame shift, meaning at the bottom of the screen we'll see that there was a frame misalignment while they were filming it, but it's very quick.
This isn't like a filmed scene. This is just a random thing that happened in the 90s.
Yeah. This is just 2:30 on a Thursday in 90s malls.
Yeah.
Fucking
rollerblades,
I'm
man.
gonna go rollerblading again. Rollerblading is a lot of fun. Fuck this phone.
Yeah.
Oop. Second booty joke.
Yep.
Just hypnotized. I had the same situation happen to me when I was in middle school, actually, going through the caves somewhere on a field trip for school, and we were our group was crawling through a tunnel, and I was super excited to get behind one of the girls in the class because I was.
I was going to say you were wearing.
I was an adolescent male.
Short, tight shorts.
Why is she still wearing the gloves?
She's tough.
She didn't want to get her hands dirty. Mm-hmm. I mean, look at the palms of those; they're black.
Yeah.
That's
I like how they're just kind of like baffled.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, yeah.
It's a pretty good plan for a walking pair of butt cheeks.
We got a huge, great plan. No one's got a better plan.
Oh,
These
Max.
plans are bulletproof.
Max. Ooh, buddy.
The garters on her shorts are weird.
They're keeping up her like graffiti stockings.
Now I haven't seen it, but is that like Tank Girlish at all? Her outfit?
It would not look out of place in Tank Girl.
No, it wouldn't.
Or it also would not look out of place in like 2000 AD. Well, yeah. Tank Girl's a little bit more hodgepodge. But,
yeah.
Hi, Dad. Oh, were we being quiet? And it is inevitable. That's such a stupid outfit he has on.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Got a curtain on him.
Here's my fishing line I pulled out of my fishing line and pictures box.
Right.
Ryan, it looks like the remnants of your 3D printing extravaganza.
Oh, yeah. That's just rat's nest of stupidity. Indeed-arino.
This is mildly clever. Although, there's no way they fit that medallion through those tiny little grates.
Ding, 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 ding.
He doesn't think that far ahead.
Nah.
And I don't think anyone else was thinking that far ahead either.
Probably not.
It's a bunch of Shuko O's.
Yeah.
Wait,
Bison
bucks? How did those get in here?
He should have pretty womaned him. There's a great thing right there too. You can actually see the little fishing line thing going in the background of the scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like how Lash is just like,
Whoa!
That's not.
Like,
This is
I think
rather
the scene would have been a
unusual.
lot better if that was Boba Boba watching and like him like not getting what was going
Yeah.
on,
He's all like Purdy.
as opposed to Lash just watching and clearly seeing what's happening.
Yeah, like she.
You're like, oh, someone is trying to steal the medallion.
Yeah, is she incompetent or
She's
a traitor?
She's just like, I'm off the clock.
This is the second movie in a row where Naginata has come into
It's
play.
true. Yeah. It's a creepy smile that she has when she does. She
Yeah.
does everything.
She is a sinister character.
She is. Yeah, because like you're sitting there, you're wondering, is she just like I said, is she incompetent or a traitor or something? And then she walks over and grabs that thing, and you're like, oh god.
She's like, no, she just wants to eviscerate some people.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stabbing through the ceiling.
Those are the most spacious air vents.
They're hero sized.
Yeah, well, there are 3 people in those vents.
They're
Half-Life doesn't even have vents that spacious.
It's Hero XL ductwork.
That's another good kid joke right there. Does this mean I'm grounded?
Yeah.
That's my goal in life, is to have a lair or a house where I can like rotate a candlestick or a
Right.
statue arm and
Right.
Have an
things
elevator?
open.
That's
They have no hands.
That would hurt so
Yeah.
bad.
They have no hands.
Yeah.
yeah, hurry up. I'm struggling with this 70-pound woman. It's just
The fact that he has sunglasses on makes him just look more sinister.
At least she has gloves.
yeah, I was
Ow.
going to say.
Yeah.
No biting.
No biting.
Even her with gloves on after that much rope, she'd get
Yeah.
rope.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're going fast enough. They go through the ceiling of the elevator.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shugo out.
Whee!
It's Shuko's Umbrella Corporation.
Yeah.
Right. Wow. What a mansion.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh,
That scene would
man.
have been painfully, obviously 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking pissed I wasn't cast as Catwoman.
Yeah.
Ooh, Catwoman. You guys, we should do Catwoman.
We
This
probably
is-
should.
The like equivalent of poking the dead body with the stick and
Right.
like weird.
Just no stick, I guess.
Yeah, no stick, but like a
Horror
Mark Twain
movie?
movie. There we go. Mark Twain story.
Mm.
Oh,
I want to
funny
punch him
guy.
so much.
God, I would not want that guy as a fucking brother.
no.
Is this like a known, probably basketball player of the time that I should be
I want to
familiar
feel
with?
like it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I would assume that it's supposed to be.
Like, initially I was like, oh, it's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Hmm.
But it's not Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Because at first I was like, oh, there's zombies in this movie? I don't remember that.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, no, it's just Kokushuko.
Yep. I do like that the back of his jersey says Tower on it. Defeated by furniture.
Yep.
Mhm. It's the ultimate end of anyone going to IKEA.
Yeah. There's the knuckle cracking.
So,
Man, you got to have some pretty crazy
yeah.
knuckle pops when you've got rigor mortis going on.
mhm.
Yeah. Well, apparently rigor mortis is a temporary condition. You get rigor mortis, and then it reverses.
Yes.
Oof.
Oh man.
Yeah,
That's-
that's bad.
After how great Terminator 2 looked, ooh. I'm your biggest fan. Oh.
Like I said, so many fans in this movie.
Yeah. That is a really immensely powerful fan.
Yeah.
Yep.
The wind is only affecting this specific area.
Yes.
That grate is not OSHA compliant.
No.
Oh, it is not.
It's a very directional fan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he's dead. What I'm really confused about is why they're not screaming at that chair.
Wait, what?
The chair that's behind them, the one that Abobo screamed at.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's supposed.
He's not
that's
being dragged
scream-worthy.
toward
It's
it.
it's a scream-worthy chair. We've learned
Right.
that.
It torments the mind simply from looking at it.
Yeah.
It's
And now we
fucking
have a character-
Hellraiser?
Now we have a character straight out of Judge Dredd.
Yes, actually. Ow.
Oh God, not the Jacks.
Jax.
Geostable system alert.
Ow.
Geostable system. Or like from the Batman Forever Batcave computer. Alert.
Yeah.
Geothermal alert.
Intruder alert.
Alert. ULERT.
He's all made of all the metal.
Yep.
Mhm.
Man, he's like a 50-star general.
Yeah.
Just want to give you a hug.
The hug of doom.
Too much grunting.
What does the back of her shirt say? Green what?
Green wave?
I think so.
Your brother's dead. Deal with it. Get out of here.
I'm trying very hard to act right now.
All right.
Yeah.
This movie's just so hard. I feel like these are actual footage from the LA riots.
Are they all mailmen?
I think those are all
There was
mailmen.
one mailman
Yep.
and a cop.
Some of that probably is, Max.
Yeah.
That's an old school helicopter.
It's all that survived in the 2007.
Yeah.
They hanging out in a locker room?
Vampires.
I was the exact same thing, Ryan. I played Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. There's vampires out in LA.
Oh, that's just, I always wanted to play those games.
It is well worth your time on Steam.
Sergeant Slickback.
Nah. I like how there actually is a guy who's just slowly shaking his head in that scene.
Disapproving man.
Yep.
Time for some synth.
This is like a scene out of RoboCop, though. With some synth in the background as Lewis walks out.
Yep.
Ohio State flag.
Yeah, I was going to say, why is the Ohio State flag in that scene?
Like, fuck, we're filming this river scene. Might as well also get a shot of this nice building.
Yeah.
The Hummer is surrounded in the protective like piping that you used to get in like the McDonald's play
Yeah.
places.
Foam covered rails. Yeah. Take that, antique pottery. Let me just smoke my clove cigarette out of my Garwan.
Come on.
He also has a pinky ring.
Of course he does. Probably only has the left earlobe pierced, as if he was the right. It would be the gay one.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got to be as cool 90s guy as possible, right?
Mm-hmm. I kind of do like his shirt of just like a very tight gi as opposed to a button collar.
Mm.
But the zippers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Murder. Murder.
That was a nice Hot Fuzz reference.
More
there.
Hot Fuzz. Let's just turn this into the Hot Fuzz
Yeah.
podcast.
All right, that's going on the drinking list. Or the drinking game.
I feel like there was a Viagra joke in there somewhere.
Yep. Oh.
Oh, no. Not in this movie.
At the tender age of 17.
Okay, so you and I were talking on the way here, Max, that the worst thing they say in this movie is butthead. but actually Alyssa Milano drops a damn it.
Ooh, risque.
Yeah.
And at the beginning of the movie, I didn't really comprehend it till the second time or understand the words, but when they're doing the little fight at the beginning with the the little person doing the jack,
Mm-hmm.
and this guy here says, don't call me Dragonfly. And then the opponent calls him what? Dragon droppings? Is that what he calls
Something,
them?
I think.
I think
Yeah.
he calls them dragon droppings.
Oh, this meat cute.
Yeah.
They're destroying the ecto cooler.
I want to know what they opened that gate with, because it exploded and all they were doing was holding metal bars.
This scene looks like it was a blast to film. Like,
Oh
these
gosh,
are,
yeah.
They're coming flying through these windows, man.
Yeah, they are.
A tire ladder? Yeah, this is
Yeah.
definitely like, we want kids to live here
Yeah.
or make a place out of this. They were going to actually make a Double Dragon video game with mocap like Mortal Kombat, but I guess it fell through.
Like a fighting game?
Yeah, that or maybe a beat 'em up.
Okay.
Oh, man, if I get my hands on it. So the Street Fighter live-action movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme came out roughly the same time as this. I think maybe a year or
93.
so later. Yeah.
He has a
He's
patch.
got a patch on.
But
Good continuity in this movie.
right.
Yeah.
Especially with the suitcase, too. But there was a fighting game made with mocap from the Street Fighter movie.
Yes,
I-
there was.
and
I've seen
I want to
stills
play
of it.
that.
There is a very obvious reference to the Double Dragon games coming up here shortly. But
Yeah, it's too much.
yeah,
It's too much.
There you go. There's a butthead.
He just watched
He's
Home
so
Alone.
sticky.
Yeah. I do like that joke fight right there, though. Like throwing something at somebody and just grabbing onto it and then pulling them into the river. Because it probably would work.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Just the comical versions of Scorpion Spear from Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Get over here.
The weird thing about this fight scene is it is impossible to tell who's on what side.
Yes,
Because they
it
don't
is.
really have uniforms. They're just like street clothes. Obviously, if they have some sort of weird headgear, okay, yeah, they are a gang member, but I have no idea who is winning what fight.
Yeah, which faction is who?
Yeah. She forgot how whips worked there for
Yeah.
like 10 seconds, apparently.
Yep.
Just long enough to get Street Fighter live action level uppercut from Alyssa Milano.
Mm-hmm.
So not only did she torture this guy, but she chained him to a bathroom.
He has a pooer.
This is like the
Also,
bathroom.
I have a hard time
From
believing
Silent
that he
Hill?
doesn't. He's never seen his own reflection before, and she leaves some spanking material.
Yeah. Right. So it's not all torture. So I'm
Yeah.
saying, Max.
Yeah.
Good times were had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No one volunteered for the "you need to wipe Bobo's butt" from because he can't.
You think his favorite primate is a bonobo?
Oh gosh. But this is like a weirdly touching scene.
Yeah. It's a really poorly done Frankenstein scenario, right?
Yeah.
Mimes.
Yep, battle mimes.
Battle Mimes. A very unsuccessful Battletoads spinoff,
Yeah.
which there was a Double Dragon Battletoads like crossover
Yes,
game.
there was.
There was.
It's raining, brothers.
No.
Thanks for standing exactly leg length apart.
Yeah.
Oh. Is there a more 90s fight move than like the jump double kick?
Everyone stop. Collaborate and listen.
There it is.
More mimes.
Yep.
Ceiling mimes.
I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Droppings.
That's his move that defeats everybody.
Right,
Ooh,
the
the Rock,
backhand?
that's where the Rock got the idea.
Yeah, it is. It's got to be.
Dead eyebrow.
Mhm.
Yep.
That guy in the American flag pants is like, shit.
Shortly, we'll have a scene filmed in reverse. It's not this, but
That needs more shots from different camera angles.
Mhm.
Yeah.
At least 3.
Oh, there's the hair.
As a fan of the classics, I appreciate that he did bring out the Romulus and Remus story. Oh, look.
Double Dragon, you guys.
Oh, man.
But every other arcade machine, it's so graffitied you can't really tell what it is.
Right.
/ out of focus.
He killed Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
He wrecked it.
I'm going to wreck it.
And the game was called Fix It Felix, Ryan.
I know.
Yeah.
Which contained Wreck-It Ralph.
Yep. I felt like it was kind of just some sort of reverse Donkey Kong or Donkey Kong kind of game.
Yeah.
I think this is the reverse shot here.
So did you guys have a favorite arcade game growing up / still have a favorite arcade game?
I spent countless hours playing Killer Instinct and slightly fewer hours playing Mortal Kombat 2.
I spent a lot of time playing the X-Men beat 'em up.
Yeah. Oh, reverse.
They're reverse, yep.
That's reverse.
And X-Men Children of the Atom.
Yeah,
And
that was a good one.
Killer
Marvel vs.
Instinct also.
Capcom. Yep. Lots of Marvel vs. Capcom.
I played a lot of, I guess, Marvel vs. Street Fighter, I suppose. I had I also really liked The Simpsons.
I was going to
beat
say,
'em
you're
up.
probably a Simpsons beat 'em up,
was
weren't
so
you?
hard.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
And the Ninja Turtles arcade game was sweet, too.
That was really good.
Yep.
Yep, Turtles in Time.
Although once Turtles in Time came out for the Super Nintendo, I just played that all the time instead.
Yeah. But
I still have the CD soundtrack that came with the SNES version of Killer Instinct, Killer Cuts. I still have that disc.
Yeah. all of my Mortal Kombat playing was done on my friend's Sega Genesis or
Nice.
N64 once Mortal Kombat Trilogy came out.
Nice. I also played a lot of the Jurassic Park light gun game.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That damn game.
I think you and I have beaten that, and Steve Cuff and I have beaten that in separate instances.
Not an easy thing.
No. It's fun, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good light gun game.
Yep.
That if I remember correctly, that was actually the game that started to revitalize arcades because it was a thing to go do.
Right.
Because you couldn't pull that off at home.
No,
you sat in a
well,
dark
yeah,
room
because
and you shot
that's
at it.
just when everything we've been talking about besides the Simpsons game had a home release.
Right.
So they started doing a lot more of that kind of go sit in the car and drive, or that's when.
I remember they even had a sit down Lost World or Jurassic Park 3 version of those games.
Okay.
So when you had those more light gun games became the staples of arcade once you could mirror the technology at home, pretty much.
Yeah. Yep.
The dag wrong.
Someone saw or thought of Terminator. This is
Yeah. How
This
do you not?
looks decent.
no.
Well, I mean, in comparison to everything else, I can see what they were
Okay.
trying to
In
go for.
comparison to everything
Comparison to
else.
something else, yeah.
Because they wanted to do the whole T1000 pool of metal but going up, but they wanted to have more definition in the face and the clothes,
Yeah.
and the technology just wasn't there yet.
I like the idea behind all of this crazy animation here. I mean, it looks like crap, but if they had a means to make it look better, I think it would have looked a lot cooler.
If it were 5 years in the future,
Yeah.
Yeah.
For all the build-up, there's been, the entire movie, really, about this frickin' medallion. This is really underwhelming overall.
yeah,
Yeah.
he makes a weird demon clone of himself with a katana.
I think you can kind of say that about this whole movie, though.
Yeah. With a mask? I remember, I think when I was very, very young, I remember being disappointed by oh, that's what happens when you get both sides of the medallion is you just make a little creepy version of yourself. Very, very underwhelming.
Yeah, it seemed like he was more effective when he had one piece of the
Yeah,
medallion.
because he became weird shadowy dude, and the
Yeah.
other one just makes you really, really strong, I guess. I feel like they didn't explore the other half of the medallion enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool that you got to see the other it was cool that they didn't show what the other medallion did till the ending of the movie, but I feel there should have been 5 more minutes of him doing other kind of coolish stuff.
Yeah. The hit the lights thing from a Bobo is a really weird cut from the very, very, very beginning when they turn the lights on. And he's like, ah.
But they never really explain
dog.
why, I guess.
Why he's overly sensitive to light?
Yeah.
Because he's a bad guy. Evil doesn't like light, Max.
Seems like a Bobo could be helping more here.
Yeah.
No, he's done. He contributed. I really wish both times they show that thing being started, the person starting it does that look at somewhere else in the room, nondescript, and just stare at it for a moment.
Why aren't you starting?
Yeah.
Did you start? Let me double check.
That's cool.
I do like those effects.
Yeah,
of
that's
the
lightsabery.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kill the beach ball. Kick to the face.
All right, pay attention, James Thorpe.
The ultimate attack is first light and then second a playground kids technique.
Yep.
I really...
Okay, yeah, there they go.
I was expecting them to go glug,
God,
glug, 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 glug.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I completely don't remember that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Just peel off the gold foil. Got some of that sweet, sweet chocolate.
Yeah.
I also remember
The effects here are...
No.
This is
These
real
costumes
bad.
are horrendous.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
so bad. And then
Also,
then she Mufasa's.
you don't need
Yeah.
to see Mufasa Satori.
This is CNN.
Yeah.
Cut from Kung
Just so
Pao.
many grommets.
Yeah.
So many grommets.
I do like that even the costume organizers are like, the blue one looks way worse than the red one, guys.
I think it's the gold. Blue and gold don't look as good as red and gold.
Red and gold, yeah.
In this instance.
Hey, look, a beach.
Wait, there are a lot of like pool items back here. Does that mean these people are swimming in this green crap all the time for fun?
No, it's just their beach area.
Yeah. Just the beach zone.
These medallions are pretty sweet, and we've done nothing to use them so far.
This is such a weird thing to end on.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's for kids.
Yeah,
It's a ha-ha
yeah.
kids moment because you can't do what you were talking about, Max,
The-
and have like a big, really brutal fight scene or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. The T-1000 is doing some good acting in this. Like from him being like, "Oh, I'm the cool collected villain guy," and him just being kind of like goofy, you know? Especially because we when you think of the T-1000, you haven't seen him in this kind of role before. Like in like the goofy, he's always been like the cold-faced, serious villain.
Yeah.
My two favorite roles for Robert Patrick, obviously T-1000, but Gangster Squad. He's good in Gangster Squad as well. $1 million.
Ooh.
129 million rupees.
This check system, too, is hilarious.
Yep.
If your daddy didn't, you should have put a ring on it.
Future handcuffs are black.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just pooped myself a little bit.
Yeah.
I was just inside a man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good haircut.
Yep. He's got good hair.
Yeah. They just start mowing everybody down as they walk out.
Thank you for leading us to the base of a known terrorist organization.
Yeah.
Guy in the mohawk still has that eye covered.
We're all good now.
I want that check back.
Dun dun dun. Double Dragon 2.
Yeah.
Legion of Lawyers.
Well, at first I thought he was going to say, just wait till you meet who I work for.
Oh,
Yeah,
as like
okay.
As like a sequel setup.
yeah,
But the lawyer's joke makes sense, too.
yeah.
Very 90s.
Yeah. If it was now, he'd say, just wait, who I work for, because everything has to be a cinematic universe now.
Oh, yeah.
They should make a Double Dragon, Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter cinematic universe.
Oh, good. Wow, my head is spinning with that suggestion. Right now.
Ryan, you're actually going to take someone's eye out.
Ooh. Oh, boy.
And then the third movie, they go back in time, and it's Primal Rage.
Oh,
Yep.
Jesus. I like it.
It's like a shitty Ecto 1.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. A Recto one.
Ah.
No
I
one
know.
helps me.
No, I really know.
I can do it myself.
This is a nice little pull as you think that it is the other brother possessing Bobo, but even though you know that Jimmy has the possession medallion, but
yeah.
Oh, no, you disgusting man.
He's so gross.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's really
it's the
gross.
scrotum with a mohawk.
It's the slimy texture on him that really sells
Yeah.
how
It's
gross
always
he is.
Very moist. He's very moist.
Yeah.
Just a damp man. Yeah. Get some smoochy.
Yeah, this is one of the one of the distinct things. Remember at the movie is him being like, ah ha ha ha.
Yeah. And that's a shot of the city looking totally normal. I love this. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
this is
I
like
love this.
this is proto 21 and 24 from the Venture Brothers.
Yeah. The two signs just crack me up. Will hench for food and thugs seek ruthless boss.
Also, in the back of their heads, the sticker thing's painted blue and red now.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh boy!
my-
So, pay close in James Thorpe. Story
Paul
by
Dini.
Paul Dini.
Oh no, Paul. What'd you do? You know, that
This
said,
is during Batman 3 animated series too.
yeah. That said, this has a lot of Paul Dini
Humor.
beats in it and humor. Yeah, it really does. I mean, this is no good, but
3.8 on IMDb.
yeah, it has some of that jokes that, like the at the very end. That very end that's a Paul Dini joke.
Mm-hmm. So, yep.
Well-
That wraps up another episode of Good Brews, Bad Views. Hey, Robert Patrick got first billing on that. Good job, Robert
That's
Patrick.
Guerra there, Mark Dacascos. Scott Wolf was a super irritating of the dragons.
But yeah, that would be our 3 introduction to bad movies, and many more to come after that. But hey, got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
View again, brew again. James Thorpe.
You know, I don't know why, but I might watch this movie. It's terrible. It's really bad. But it also is strangely like endearing and silly in the way that I guess kids movies are. I don't think I'd ever purposely sit down and watch it, but like if I'm doing something, I might flick it on and be like,
Yeah.
all right, this is stupid. I'll watch something really dumb.
Like me and you were painting or whatever.
Yeah. Brew again? Yes. I don't know if I'd ever drink more than like 1 at a time. I might drink 2. But I agree with you guys. I'd really like to try it on tap. Just because the best part about the beer is when it has the creamy head on the top, and you really get that flavor in there. But like I said, otherwise it's a little watery for me.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there. Ryan.
No, I wouldn't watch this again. One of the most just jarring things for me is I saw Terminator when it came out when I was young, and Robert Patrick was so iconic to me growing up as the T-1000, as that's this very menacing character. Just him being this goofy, just stupid villain in this very stupid movie. Just it doesn't sit well with me. Apart from just the whole movie being garbage. No, I would not watch this again. And in my opinion, this is overall the worst movie we've watched to date. Like this.
Wow.
This is the lowest so far.
Okay, well that leads me to the question I was going to ask you before you said brew again.
Okay.
Or after you said brew again, view again, Max. So do that and then let me ask my question.
Okay. View again, brew again. View again. No. It's been 20 years since I've watched this.
No, it hasn't.
Before earlier this week, it was 20 years since I had seen it, but left an impression on me. As far as brew again, it's a good after dinner beer.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll buy a 6-pack of it again, but if it's available on tap, I'm for sure going to give it a try. Just because I think it's a very interesting beer. It's one of the beers where I've just noticed a distinct difference when it has a head to when it doesn't. Yesterday when I had one before the podcast, I did the pour on the side. And I agreed it was kind of a watery, not really bland, but not what I was expecting. And I even had my dad try it, and he said the exact same thing. And he's not even like a big beer guy. But no, when poured properly, I think it's a very much an enjoyable beer. But go ahead and ask your question, Mr. Thorpe.
All right.
Okay.
If I don't know cares, I'd brew again.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
No. It's good. I wouldn't get this one on my own. I wouldn't seek this beer out because it's not really in my wheelhouse for the things that I like to buy on my own. But yeah, I pretty much mirror everything that you guys said. I like it overall, but it's good nitro. It's got some creaminess to it, and the head really adds to it. But
yeah, this is like the opposite side of the spectrum in comparison to Scotty Karate.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. So looking forward to the chance to get this one on tap.
Yeah,
but
fingers crossed because
we're kind of getting out of the season that you would have this.
This is a seasonal release, and I feel like this is more of like a spring stout as opposed to a winter one.
Yeah,
it's
we're coming
nowhere near as heavy as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
So,
okay, so my question, and I think Ryan's already answered this, but
vis-a-vis
his response, of the 3 original movies we've watched of our origin stories, which is the worst movie? Since it's like a little mini series that we did.
Okay, that's a good question.
This one.
Well, yeah, for Ryan it's this one, obviously.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to agree with you, Ryan.
Yeah.
This
Expand.
Is the worst of the 3.
Elaborate.
You were going to elaborate, so you go first.
It's just
No, you hang up.
this. Amazingly enough, this movie seems like almost even more of a cash grab than Mario. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just a lot of cheapness to it. Yeah. So I do think this is the worst of the 3, and like I said, the worst just overall. It's I understand that for like versus Mario, there was a lot more like lore quotes established for that game. There are a great many things that are more iconic and easily recognizable versus a Double Dragon game. Like I couldn't tell you a thing from a Double Dragon game other than there is a dude in blue and a dude in red who punch things.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This movie is so just sloppy and weird. I don't know. I don't much care for it. James?
Why don't you? You go ahead, Max.
This is really hard for me as I did not like Escape from LA at all. Escape from LA was 5,000 hours long. It was so long. The CGI was terrible. The CGI is terrible in this as well, but that was 3 years later. And it's basically just a direct copy of Escape from New York with some minor differences. Like, would have thrown some tubulars and
some extra sudden death basketball.
Sudden death basketball.
More basketball.
But in Turtles in Time, that is so clearly like a children's movie.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have, but this is horrendous. I'm not gonna argue with you there. So I have a very hard time picking between the 3. Gun to my head, I have to watch one of those 3 again. I'll watch Escape from L.A. But yeah, this one's bad.
All right.
This one's really bad.
Well, as much as I like to say Ravenous, the worst of these movies to me actually is this movie. Even though I would watch this movie.
Yeah, that was weird. Both of you guys, this is the worst, but this is also one you would watch again.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch this movie.
Over watching Turtles. But I think it speaks to exactly what you said, Max, is that both of these are kids' movies, but Turtles is so clearly a children's movie that it doesn't do anything for me. Whereas there's enough just nonsensical ridiculousness in this movie that on in the background is fine. Don't think that I'm gonna sit down and purposely watch this movie.
No.
But I wouldn't have. There's nothing memorable about the Turtles movie.
The only thing about the Turtles movie that I very much enjoyed was the scenes in New York with the displaced guards.
Yes, yeah, I watched that.
Those are great.
Casey Jones and
the fourth place samurai. Yeah, that was great. I would love to see that again. We wanted that as a movie. We want that movie.
Yeah. I just thought it was cute because we had been talking about doing this for a little bit. So which one of the three actually popped out to be the worst? And I guess we're all in consensus that this is the worst movie.
So good work, Max.
Yeah, good work. Which, I mean, it makes sense that it's the one that we can find on YouTube. So
yeah.
Not the first movie we've been able to find on YouTube, though.
No, it's not.
You don't group this in the same grouping as Santa's Sleigh. You watch your mouth.
Santa's Sleigh was spectacular.
Santa's Sleigh.
Oh, wait,
amazing.
But Jack Frost.
Oh, Jack Frost is 100 times better.
This will be a discussion we have in our next episode.
Oh, well, whenever that actually happens.
Next week.
Whenever.
So, but yeah. Thanks for joining us in this hour and a half of trash.
Yeah, right. That's what our show should really be called. 90 minutes of trash.
Unless we're doing a superhero movie, then it's 2+ hours of oh my god, why are we doing this?
Or Gods of Egypt.
Oh boy,
we'll maybe do that.
Maybe in our future.
Maybe. But we'll see you guys next time. As always, please follow us on Facebook, Twitter. Check us out on YouTube.
Yeah. Subscribe on YouTube.
Subscribe on YouTube. Yeah. Subscribe and rate on iTunes. Our website, GBBVpodcast.wordpress.com. And we'll see you guys next time. Please drink and watch responsibly.
See you.
See ya.